My word. Let me just start off by saying I'm fuming with myself. I've had such a busy week that I didn't get a chance to do a video leading up to the fight today. But I've just watched the fight. Parker versus Wardley, Wardley versus Parker. I'm not sure which way around it is, but the fight was epic. Let me just start off by saying this. I wasn't sure who would win. The obvious choice would be Parker. He's more established, he's got a better background, he's fought better fighters, he's had more fights, he's had more rounds, he's everything stacks up in favor of Parker against somebody who wasn't supposed to be a boxer, has had zero amateur experience. His top three opponents, they don't even compare to Parker's. He's a former world champion. He's probably a better boxer now than when he was world champion. So obviously, the obvious choice is Parker. But I've been telling people, and I'm so gutted that I didn't get to do my video. Everyone's talking about levels, levels, levels. Parker is levels above Justice Hooney, who was levels above Wardley. Levels. But there's something about Wardley. But at some point, it's got to stop. And it almost came to a crashing halt against Justice Hooney. But again, as I said, this is a level up from the level that was up. From the level that was up. Because Fraser Clark was a level too far for Wardley. But he managed to get a draw. Okay, let's run it back. Smashed his jaw to the side. I thought he had a stroke. Then I come to find that he's moved his jaw from the right side to the left side. Or was it the other way around? Anyway, the jaw was gone. He shouldn't be beating Fraser Clark. Fraser Clark is a world-class amateur Olympian boxer. You've gone too far now, Wardley. You can't do it. Justice Hooney, brilliant boxer. Okay, well, you did the Fraser Clark thing. It's now Justice Hooney time. And it showed. Getting schooled. Then all of a sudden, bow! Hooney's out of here. He's done it. He's gone up a level way past where he should be. And he's won. But now it's ridiculous now. Now you're coming up against a former world champion with so much pedigree. It's too much. But I said to everybody, Wardley can fight. And he's got heart. And he's got grit. And he's got this massive, big, rock hard head. I didn't notice it until Adelaide mentioned it before his fight. David Adelaide mentioned it before he had a fight with Wardley about how he's going to tee off on his big head. And I said, rah, his head is big, isn't it? He's got a massive, rock hard head. That head doesn't even look like it's of normal density. Like it's some tough head. I think he's half Nigerian. And that is where that tough head comes from. His head's massive. And it takes a lick. And whenever Wardley gets hurt, Wardley comes out fighting. And Wardley was likely to take a little bit of punishment in this fight, which would mean that he's going to come out fighting. I said it. I also said that a lot of people are praising Parker for his recent form. Yes, he's looked brilliant recently, but who has he fought? Always had recent wins against Wilder and Zhang and Bakoli. Boxing is sometimes about timing. Now let's look at those names. Wilder, the danger man. Can you escape getting knocked out by the knockout artist that is Wilder? This is the new Wilder, the not so scary Wilder, the can't box but doesn't really deliver the same punch as he used to Wilder. Wilder's never been able to box, but he had that detonating punch. He doesn't really have that punch anymore. So when Parker fought Wilder, I said there's no way that Parker loses this fight. I was so confident, way more confident than I was about this fight. Parker can't lose that fight. Then he fought Zhang. When he fought Zhang, I said, all right, it's a hard fight. And Zhang can punch, but Zhang loses energy. His energy levels deteriorate rapidly. And after round 4, 5, maybe even 6, he's done. And so all Parker had to do, and I say all he had to do, because it's not easy, is survive 4 or 5 rounds, maybe 6. And then Zhang is there for the taking. Then it's the Bakoli fight. Oh, Bakoli's the bogeyman, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, but Bakoli got a phone call 20 minutes before the fight, effectively. Like, Bakoli wasn't doing any training. Bakoli was partying. Where's he from? Somewhere in Africa. I can't even remember where he's from now. He was out there partying. His belly was even bigger than the big belly he carries around when he has been training. Bakoli weren't ready. And people were saying, oh, yeah, well, he fights whoever's put in front of him. Well, at this time, when he had to change his opponent last minute, and Dubois couldn't fight him for whatever reason, and whatever you think about that, you think about that. But he actually had the choice of two fighters. Okoli put his name forward, and Okoli said, "I'm ready to fight." And Okoli never looks like Bakoli. Too many Olis. But they chose Bakoli over Okoli. This is mad. Why? Because Bakoli looked like he hadn't done any training whatsoever. And to be honest, if I was in Parker's camp, I definitely would have chose Bakoli over Okoli. Easy. So Bakoli flies over and gets knocked out in 2 rounds. So recently, Parker's hardly fought. So does he have any ring rust? Maybe, but I'm not sure that will be a factor, but maybe it is. But then you could say that Wardley's been through a really tough fight in Justice Hooney. So maybe that might have a factor. Maybe, maybe not. But what I did say, and I'm so gutted I didn't get a chance to do my video, is that Wardley could pull it off by just laying into him. He's not going to outbox him. Nobody on planet Earth thinks he's going to outbox him. But Wardley could get through to him. Because Wardley takes a good punch. And Wardley gives a good punch. Parker gets knocked down. I don't think Wardley's ever been knocked down. And that's what I said. Parker gets knocked down. Now, what I said is Parker will get knocked down, but will get up again. But how many times can that happen? Because what won't happen is that Wardley won't wilt. He won't fade. He'll still be there punching hard in round 12 like he was in round 1 and 2. So fast forward to the fight. Round 1. Absolute levels from Parker. Wardley didn't know what was going on. He couldn't keep up with him. Parker was double jabbing his way in. Wardley couldn't figure him out. Then round 2 started off kind of the same, but Wardley then started having a bit of success. Then he really had some real success. Parker was smart enough to spit his gum shield out. What was interesting, though, I don't know if anyone noticed it, that when he spat the gum shield out, he was under pressure. He was taking a lot of punches, a lot of really hard punches. But when the referee stopped the fight to get the gum shield, he just casually stood up and looked behind him to his coach, smiled, like, yeah. But it wasn't a, yeah, I'm okay, like, just styling out. He looked casual. He looked like he actually was okay, like, yeah. It's all right, man. Minor. Joseph Parker's chin is amazing. He took some licks in that fight, as did Wardley. Both of these chins are amazing. No one deserved to lose this fight. It ebbed and it flowed. This fight, if you haven't seen it, it's a good fight. I can't tell you how good this fight was. And then what was it? Was it round 10, round 11? Maybe round 11. I've only just watched it about 20 minutes ago. And I just can't even remember. There was so much going on. But Wardley had a bit of success, and that was it. He teed off on him. He actually was missing a lot of the shots. Now, what actually happened here is Wardley knew he had Joseph Parker going. He must have known he was down on the cards and said, you know what? I'm going for it. I've got to get him out of here. I think he hit him with an uppercut from memory. And then Joseph Parker wobbled. And then he just went at him. And he was swinging and wailing. And it was missing and hitting gloves and connecting and missing and hitting gloves and connecting. He was wasting a lot of shots. He wasn't being very precise. What he needs to probably work on, not that I'm in any position to tell him, picking shots a little bit better. Because the referee then jumped in and stopped the fight. And to be fair, I don't know if the referee saved Joseph Parker or saved Wardley, because he had punched himself out. If he had got through to the end of the round, I don't know what would have happened, because he was definitely gone. And you could tell he had gone, because as soon as the referee said, you know what, that's it, jumped in, which was maybe a premature stoppage. I think it was just. But as soon as the referee stopped it, Wardley just collapsed. He was swinging, giving it everything just to take out Parker. And Parker did not go down. And even when the referee stopped, he's looking at the referee like, huh? But at the same time, he probably was a little bit relieved, because he was under pressure. I feel bad for Parker, because he didn't need to take this fight. He was number 2. He was next in line for Usyk. He could have waited. And he probably thought to himself, it's a hard fight, but levels. Probably thought it was worth the risk. He didn't deserve to lose that fight. but Wardley deserved to win it based on his courage and tenacity. It was such a good fight. So where does Parker go from here? Parker lost in such a good fashion, and I'm not sure how much that makes sense. But he lost in such a good fashion that he can come back against a top 5, top 10 opponent and no one will bat an eyelid. He didn't get destroyed. And we all know his quality. And he showed his quality in the fight. He didn't look like he'd lost it. He didn't look like, oh, he doesn't belong at this level. No, he looked like he was just unfortunate. What's next for Wardley? Apparently Usyk. What happened in that fight? I can't see. You know what I'm saying about going up in levels? Usyk is just different. But Usyk is older now. So what's going to happen? Has he lost a step? He can trick and angle and confuse the life out of Wardley. When Wardley goes in against Usyk, it's different to the problems that he had facing Parker or Hooney or anybody else. It's a whole different jigsaw. This is the Rubik's Cube of Rubik's Cubes. He's beaten everybody twice. But I'm looking forward to it. Big up Wardley. Big up Parker. It was an amazing fight. If you didn't see it, go and watch it. And if you did see it, I'm sure you don't need me to tell you, watch it again.